Good morning, guys. I got to sleep in and little man slept in until like 9:15, so it was really nice. So I got to have like time to just have coffee. I was sitting there like just next to the window with the windows open, drinking my coffee, and it was like exactly what I needed. Today's been a really hard day. It's frustrating because we do so well, we make so much progress, and then, by the way, that's a blanket drying, but we make so much progress and then it just goes back, we revert, and it's so frustrating. And it's just like when you're in charge of this every single day, it just gets so exhausting when it just goes wrong. And it's just so funny how I'm editing vlogs from August right now, and I'm like just head deep in anxiety during August dealing with nap time, and now I'm like going through it again. Not as bad, I mean, because now I know to have like the thick skin and tough skin and to make him do it whether he wants to or not, but it doesn't make it any easier. It's still hard. It breaks my heart when he's crying for me and looking for me. Like, that is heartbreaking. He does not just lay down and go to sleep. I've seen people, they just put their kid in the crib and they go to sleep, and he's done that before. He was on a good cycle where he was doing that pretty well. He didn't really whine too much, he didn't fuss too much. Today's the first day of my second trimester, which is so cool. I'm 14 weeks today. So happy to be in the second trimester. I was like having like the hours countdown when I was feeling super sick the first trimester. I was like literally counting down the hours until I could feel better. But thankfully, I mean, I've honestly felt pretty good since week 11, and that's really shocking because I did not have that with my son. I didn't feel good until this week. I think it was week 14 is when my nausea finally went away with my son, but in the same respect, I didn't have the nausea as bad as I did this time. Probably in the long run, I probably still spent the same amount of time being nauseous, but because I had it all day with this pregnancy, I was able to shave off like 3 weeks. Today was so rough, and I'm sorry I'm on my phone again. My camera is full still, and I just haven't had enough time to get everything off my camera, but today was so rough. I don't think I've mentioned this, but we've been watching Peaky Blinders. He's already seen all of the seasons, but the new season came out and he started watching an episode, and I was like, babe, I really would like to watch this, so I'm not gonna watch this new season with you. I'm gonna watch the old seasons and catch up so that this season doesn't, you know, get ruined. So he agreed that he would watch it with me. So we are on season 2, watching Peaky Blinders. Like I said, he's already watched them all though. So he's watching with me, and I actually really like it. Typically, it used to be if there was any kind of like sex or drugs or anything like that, I usually was turned off because I just always found it so unnecessary to have that kind of stuff in movies and TV shows. So finally, it still makes me uncomfortable. I still don't like seeing sex on TV. I just find it so unnecessary still, but it still is a really good show. It's like when you can get past that, it's really good. We announced, it's official, we announced. I'm so happy. It feels so good getting that off, not really my chest, I guess, but what if I can put you guys up there somewhere? No, I don't know. Feels so good to have that out in the open. Everyone's looking at me. I don't even care. We are so happy. We're so happy that we've announced. I was being like super just weird about it. Like, didn't really know how I should announce, but we're so happy. He's annoyed because we've been in the car for a little bit and he's like bored. Right now we're just grabbing some dinner. My husband wanted Pei Wei, and my first pregnancy completely turned me off from Pei Wei. I want nothing to do with it. And I haven't, even since that pregnancy. It's the one thing that like I still cannot stand. But yes, we're super duper excited. So happy to get that off my chest. I'm so happy that we've officially, I really hope they're about to buckle that kid back in the car. That's a tiny kid. I swear if they drive away, I'm gonna lose my mind. We're super excited. I wanted to kind of break it up with the post. Like, I didn't want to do like the gender in the original post. I just wanted to break it up just to be a weirdo. He looks so cute today too. We went to Carter's and we got him a bunch of clothes, and when we were in there, some like teenage kid like was walking in, and he was just like, oh my gosh, I thought he was a model, because he was like in the doorway. He goes, he is so cute. And this was like a young guy, and you know how usually they're too cool, but I've actually found out that there are a lot of gentlemen out there, even young kids, like young boys, they're super sweet to him, and I didn't expect that. I always thought like boys were just like too cool, you know what I mean? But it seems like wherever we go, there's always like a sweet boy who will play with him or try and make him laugh. Today I feel pregnant. I feel huge. I was a little bit nauseous on the way here. I feel pregnant today. We have had a really good day.
We ended up selling as well. You know the brown sectional that you guys always saw in my vlogs at the old house and also this house, but we never really sat on because it was in the other room. We sold it, which is super exciting because we loved that sectional and it was a very, very expensive one. Like, that just wasn't in anymore. It just wasn't really our style anymore. We're really happy to sell it, and the people who got it loved it and were like commenting on how good of quality we kept it for us have owning it. They're like, oh my gosh, we would think this was a new one. Super out of breath. My husband's getting me some Five Guys because I kind of was craving a burger, and then he's getting Pei Wei. And then we're gonna go home and just cuddle up and probably have some hot chocolate and watch a movie tonight and just enjoy the evening. And then tomorrow, who knows what.
Good morning, guys. My little one's waking up, so I figured now was a good time to start the vlog. But I think last time I talked to you guys, I was extremely overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed. And since then, it's been a few days and we have had way better days. And I kind of just wanted to bring awareness to the fact that some days are gonna be terrible. And there's just no other way of putting it. They're just gonna be hard. They're gonna test your patience. And again, I'm pregnant. I'm going through pregnancy with a toddler, and it's not easy and it's not pretty. I feel like sometimes there's some drawbacks to being pregnant, or there's some setbacks. There are some things I can't do with him, and I don't always have the energy to keep up with him. And because of that, he's really drawn close to my husband. Not last night, but the night before, I didn't even get to put him to bed, and I put him to bed every single night. It is my favorite. We say our prayers. I get to cuddle him. I get to feel that closeness. It's really, like, there's moments that like I really crave. I love putting him to bed. I love that closeness. He was ready to be laid down. Like, he used to just smile at me and be ready for like the biggest kiss from me. And like the last like 4 or 5 nights he's been tougher. The last like week he's been tough to put down. He's learning independence. He's learning that he can say whether he wants something or not. He's been tough to put down, but not where he fights it. Whereas 2 nights ago, he wanted nothing to do with me. He didn't want to go near me. He didn't want to look at me. He didn't want anything to do with me. And I put it to, okay, he just is now associating me with bedtime. So it's only gonna take like a night or two for him to realize, okay, well, if it's not mommy putting him to bed, daddy still will put him to bed. Bed is still gonna happen. I'm not like just the bad guy. It took one night and he learned it. By the next night, he was ready for me to put him back to bed. And he's just going through something. I don't know if it's a development. I don't know if he's teething, but he's definitely going through something because he's just been off. Last night we went to dinner and he just was like, he just wanted to play. He just was just uncomfortable. You could tell he just didn't want to sit there and be still. So I feel like he's teething or he's going through some sort of thing. It's really important to understand that you're gonna have some really, really, really good days, and then you're gonna have some really hard days. And you just have to be prepared and be accepting of the fact that the hard days are gonna happen, and you're gonna get through them, and it's not always gonna be hard. I told you, some days like you feel like a rock star, and then some days you just feel terrible. It's just awful. And today was a rock star day. He has been a dream. He's been an angel. He has been no trouble at all today. And maybe what he was going through last week was the leap. It could have been teething, because I know he's going through a leap right now. It could have been teething. It could have been anything, but he has been a dream. I'm so thankful for today. I really needed this. Today was so good. Like, if every day could go like this, it'd be so much easier. But he was an angel today. He napped without a fight. Didn't have a problem. Slept in till a like really decent time. Played dependently, didn't whine all the time or a snack or really anything. He was so good. Ready to take a bath at an earlier time than usual, and he went down earlier than usual. My son was tired by like 6, and he's been doing that. Like, it gets dark here now at like 5:30, and he's tired by then because he just associates dark time with bedtime. It's kind of been an adjustment for him to see, oh, it's dark, but that doesn't mean you have to go to bed right now, because that's what's so bizarre. Like, this time of year, it gets dark literally at 5:30. If he went to bed great tonight. This is like what's so sad though. So he knows when bedtime is, and that's what I think I was telling you guys. Like, he wanted nothing to do with me like 2 or 3 nights ago. Wanted nothing to do with me. My husband had to put him to bed, and it was heartbreaking, but it wasn't. So like, he is going through a development. I told you guys he's in a leap right now. So he's going through a development of, he knows like sequences, which he's known that. I mean, he's known that for a very, very, very long time. But now it's like he knows routine. Like, he knows he's gonna go to bed. And it used to be he was really excited to go to bed, but like lately it's been where either he's so tired he starts whining, or he just now is getting into that age where bedtime he just whines. He doesn't whine, he cries. And what was so sad is like we always have like a little tradition that my husband and my son and I do before bed, and so as we're doing it, my son is like not wanting to cry. He wants to be like a big boy and like, you know, go to bed and everything, but he's like just crying, and he just keeps saying, yeah, like keep going, like don't worry about me. And he's just crying, and I start crying because it was so sad. Like bedtime has become the time where he like cries, but he wants to go to bed, but it's like you can tell he can't help it. He just cries, and it's like a pitiful cry. It's not like a temper tantrum cry, and it's so sad. But tonight was like exceptionally sad. It was just like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh, so sad. He's so sweet. He is so sweet. Good morning, guys. Do not mind, like this has like been such a struggle. My hair is brushed, just so you know. This is all like since postpartum, and probably pregnancy is not making it any better. I've told you guys, the last couple of nights, like he gets super interested in taking a nap, and it's so weird to me because he was never like that, and all of a sudden he is, and it's so sweet. I love it. But like today, maybe an hour before he usually likes to take a nap, he was cuddling us really hardcore and just was being really sweet, and I was like, baby, are you tired? And he's like, yeah. And I go, would you like to take a nap and go night-night? And he goes, yeah. And it was so sweet and so precious. But like now he like knows when he wants to take a nap and when he wants to go to bed, and it's so sweet. So he's taking a nap right now. I don't know, it's just so, I don't know why I was like so emotional over it. Totally pregnancy. I'm noticing the second trimester I'm way more emotional over like the really simple things when it comes to him. Watching Disney Plus with him and watching Tangled. Tangled has been a movie that is like sweet movie for my husband and I. It's since the beginning, for the last 10 years. It's just been really a big thing. So anyways, he was watching it with us and I got emotional. I'm like, I can't believe like I'm watching this with my son. I'm just getting like super emotional over everything. Oh my gosh, this is so gross.